I am a woman who has lived the promises of first wave feminism. And I reject the modern feminist movement with every fiber of my being. It has become the greatest obstacle to my progress and the well-being of women like me. I'm not a feminist, no. My rights are already won. The first way delivered, this one's come to destroy. I'm not a feminist, no. I'm not a feminist, no. They want to erase real women, but here I stand saying no. The first wave fought for clear, necessary rights, the right to vote, own property, inherit work, and participate fully in civic life. Those battles were won decades ago in my lifetime. Women have become CEOs, governors, presidents, on leaders and executives across every sector. I control my own money, choose my career, and face no legal barriers. The playing field was leveled, the mission was accomplished. I'm not a feminist, no. My rights are already won. The first way delivered, this one's come to destroy. I'm not a feminist, no. I'm not a feminist, no. They want to erase real women, but here I stand saying no. Yet today's feminists act as if none of this happened. They peddle the fantasy that simply putting more women in power would magically erase racial, economic, and social inequalities. They push the idea that men are the enemy, that masculinity itself is toxic, and that the traditional family must be dismantled. They have turned abortion into the central symbol of freedom, something the original feminists never envisioned. Worst of all, they are now inside our schools using taxpayer money to indoctrinate our daughters, including my 14-year-old. The lie that the family is oppressive and that biological reality can be erased. I'm not a feminist, no. My rights are already won. The first wave delivered, this one's come to destroy. I'm not a feminist, no. I'm not a feminist, no. They want to erase real women, but here I stand saying no. They demand equality but refuse the hardest, dirtiest, most dangerous jobs that men do. They cheer when men are allowed into women's sports, women's spaces, and women's achievements. They weaken men's sense of purpose and identity while claiming victimhood. This is not liberation. It is a new form of imposition that threatens freedom of speech. Her parental raised in common states. I see no war against women. I see fulfilled rights because I am a woman who has benefited from real equality. I can say clearly and without apology, I am not a feminist. The current movement does not speak for me. It does not fight for me. It actively works against women like me, against families, and against truth itself.